All right, welcome into the 6th edition of the Pick'em Show, where we have been red hot on our best bets. Our double-digit dog of the week, Turner's double-digit dog of the week covered again. I believe my best bets are up to 12-6, over 65%, and we hit our total of the week again. We're going to keep that red-hot streak going and keep making you guys some money, and then we're going to give some picks. Before we do, of course, we have to let Big Dog give his rant of the week, so go ahead.
You know it's important when he's got the note sheet out.
Yeah, the note sheet.
That's why he was waiting. He was writing on
it. Who is the worst coach team in history?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
You
Doug
can name
Peterson.
it. You name
the worst coach team in history.
Yeah.
The Nathaniel Hackett Denver Broncos.
No,
it's this team.
It's Dallas Cowboys. St. Pius X Rebels. Yep, that is true.
What is this?
Mr. McLaughlin. Mr. Mitch was a great assistant.
Oh, Mr. Mitch was
yes,
he should have been the head coach.
Yep, the head coach.
I always said it to my wife the first time I saw Kevin coach. Anyway, I wanted to say that a little bit.
Kevin who?
Kevin McLaughlin from the McLaughlin Agency. I was his first client in 1991 at that office he had at Lincoln Heights, that little shitty office he had. I was in there fucking giving him my money. I had like 10 properties while he was picking his, his nuts. If he's got, we got none left now.
Nope.
All right, real quick.
Where'd you find this?
I have that. Now, real quick, I want to say one thing. Ryan Reynolds and all these people, Turner, have been over there starting these fucking bullshit soccer leagues with their millions of dollars.
It's a great show.
So
Welcome
I go to
Wrexham
Vietnam.
Show,
I go to Vietnam.
Yep.
And what is the first thing I said?
In Vietnam?
No, when I gave you all that saying I said, get out of the way.
Oh, big dog here, get out of the way.
Well, what's the name? What does the word say?
I don't remember.
Showing no fly.
Showing a fly.
Yes, of course.
This is the new soccer team.
You got a team?
Yeah, the jerseys
Big
are
dog.
coming.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to have Dylan show it to you guys.
Yes.
And he's supposed to have buck teeth because they were going to send me somebody that had buck teeth in Vietnam, but I don't know. I'm going to get that photo later. And the team, guess how much I paid for the team? Ryan Reynolds. How much did
$32.
No, guess how much did Ryan Reynolds pay for that team? Seriously,
a few million.
Yeah,
it was more than that. They had to buy the stadium, didn't they?
Well, yeah, eventually. But when they first bought the team, it wasn't that much.
It was probably $2.5 to $3 million. That's fucking stupid.
You get the
Viet Cong, those little kids running around over there, fucking kicking the ball in the woods, in the fucking jungle, and I got them for $40,000 in jerseys and just the flight cost. And the stadium to build it is free. We're playing in an open fucking field.
I like that.
We used to be a minefield, but the bottom line is they're going to put turf down, the kind you get at Home Depot.
It's obviously called Big Dog Memorial.
We start small and we start kicking the fuck out of teams, and then we start going into what's the 3 levels of the soccer league.
That's not how that
so
works.
Look out for Shoy No Fly.
But I love it.
Soccer team coming.
You can't put a Vietnamese team in the English Premier League.
Oh, you fucking sure can.
I like it.
Why not?
He goes, we're going over to England, baby.
Yeah, why not?
You just can't.
Chris Lee can do anything.
We're done with this.
All right, let's move over.
We're not talking
now.
about
We're going to go. I want to start a new thing. I want to start a new thing. Jerry Jones is getting thrashed today in the media because of the thing he said where he said, you think I do? When he said, he asked the reporter, the reporter said, are you going to get rid of Mike? And he goes, is that a hypothetical? And he goes, yeah. He goes, well, you think I'm dumb, do you?
No, he said, do you think I'm an
idiot?
idiot?
Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you? Anyway, the bottom line is Jerry's Haters Club I'm starting to do, and you can join, and you're going to get paid to join. So we're bringing out dollar bills here, and some of your audience out there can join, and we're going to have some shirts and things made. Well, it's not. It's a Jerry's Haters Club, and I'd like to start a Facebook.
Haters going to hate.
Haters going to hate.
So here we go. I'd like to get that going. So start a Jerry's Haters Club, and everybody can post there. That'll help the podcast because there's, 28 million in the U.S. Cowboys fans to 35 million. Then worldwide, you got this audience, Jerry's Haters Club. You start promoting it. That's going to get you traffic. God, I'm so. And by the way, the Vietnamese team is going to be sponsored by what? Chris League Studios, Chris League.
I don't have it in front of me. There's a lot, many companies. I can assure you.
I wanted to know.
They're all different websites. Let them know. It's not all one. Dylan claims it's one. Several different websites.
All goes to the same website.
No way.
All right, but real
0% chance of that.
I want to say one thing. What's going on in the NBA WNBA championship? Why is there 12 balls they have on the court?
There's a lot of balls.
There's a lot of balls on the court.
You can't say that.
Why not?
No, you cannot say balls.
There's 12 scrotums.
Get your gloves out.
No.
Let's get those gloves out.
All right.
No.
Okay. Well, there's 12.
You could say men. You
All right,
cannot say there's 12 scrotums on the floor. on the podcast.
Right.
You can't
I
say
think
that.
you can say it. I mean,
All right. Well, anyway.
it's a free country.
Yeah, it's a WNBA. Well, okay. They need to. Okay. How about this then? They need to do a ball count. How about that? That's appropriate.
The one thing I can tell you is you got a better chance of putting a glove on and going to Madison Square Garden than getting your Vietnamese football team in the English Premier League.
No, I'm telling you. You want to bet? I'm getting the Shoina Phi in there.
All right.
But real quick, I want to say one thing.
Yep.
That
why do you put your hand up?
The Trump
Talks with his hands.
football ad was the classic. He changes the transvestites on every ad he runs
He
about
puts a new
Kamala.
transvestite on everyone.
Transvestite. She wants to for sex. She's paying for sex change operations. Number one, some of those girls can play some fucking football, so let them go.
Yeah.
Number two, but Trump takes the ads and fucking hilarious. The last photo of those ads, he has a black dude up there that you could tell is complete AI as a transvestite. then this hilarious real one will go on. It's fantastic. He's changing it. You can't make it up. I'm done. All right, let's go. Next, let's go to the picks.
You're not. So you're done with your rants there? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go to the NFL. Again, we went on our picks.
Dak's having mini seizures just real quick, and they're called lobal indicila conta. It's an Italian time.
Was that
it's mini seizures that he cannot process information fast under stress.
Live update for you sports fans that are going to see this in 3 days. Mets just
it's what's happening.
6-0.
It's not his feet work. It's his mental behavior during a pressurous situation. Probably started as a kid.
And if the Cowboys are smart, they'd give Big Dog a call. You can work him through those.
Trade Micah, get rid of him, get a first-round pick.
I know. I give you're saying that. I'm talking about work Dak through the mini seizures.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Dealt with a lot of PTSD.
Well, I have. And I've also dealt with stress my entire life.
Yes.
GAD, general anxiety disorder.
Yeah, of course.
And I do these mind exercises so I can really help him. So real quick, let's go to the first pick. Tonight, you know that the Jets are going to win. I'll be 10-4. Next, let's go.
What if Big Dog wins back-to-back?
Yeah.
You're going for back-to-back weeks?
Yeah, you wait till I come on next week. There might be some X-rated shit coming on this podcast if I win this week.
Now we're talking.
So Aaron, go take some Ashawawala and stuck it up your ass and play tonight, okay? Get one of those little bags they put in when they get cherry drugs. They stick them up with that little bag.
That's called keistering.
Okay, well, go do that. And put that ayahuasca going throughout the game.
That's
it's like a timed release.
That's my favorite.
That's not how
that's my
works.
favorite.
Yeah,
and the probably the only funny deal in that whole is Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. And he's like, so he's like, guess what I taught myself last night? He's like, what? He's like, taught myself how to keister. And he's like, what the hell is that? He's like, keistering.
All right, well, good you know that term.
Yep.
All right, let's hit
that's a new term for me.
First pick.
But yeah, for everybody at home from last week, we're all 9-4 in the NFL this week. Me and Turner, me and Uncle T picked the Bills tonight. Big Dog picked the Jets. So it comes down to tonight. We're filming this on a Monday. We always do. So
let's get into these games.
We'll get into week. That's the end of week 6 tonight. We're going to get into the start of week 7. All right, we got the Cowboys on a bye this week, so they can't lose, which is nice. Cowboys and the Bears on a bye this week.
Okay.
You know who my number one? You're going to love this. You know who my number one dog of the week was that won the Brooklyn Award? Caleb Williams.
I love it.
88
so
QBR.
bad.
How good was he across the pond?
Yeah,
I mean,
they said
they did an hour on him between all the shows this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw him week 1. Everybody was giving up on him. You said, he's the best quarterback in the league.
Easiest schedule in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, we'll see.
Play that's on your schedule.
We'll see.
Easiest schedule.
We'll
They've played 4 teams who are 1-4.
So are the Bears going to the playoffs?
Yes, absolutely.
No,
yes, yeah, they are.
Really, they have to play the Lions twice, the Vikings
They're going
twice,
to beat the Lions
twice.
Oh, no. Yeah, they are. They're going to beat the Lions one time. In Chicago, they're going to beat the Lions. Let me tell you, the loss of that guy is out.
Did you know that Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg yesterday?
Oh, yeah, snapped it.
Yeah.
And they should go get that player sitting on the bench from New York, the one that they traded. He won't play. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, go get him. Do it now. You're done. You're done for a year until next year.
I don't know if you want to bring someone.
No, you bring Reddick in. You bring him in.
Room.
All right, let's go.
All right, Thursday Night Football. We got a barn burner. The Denver Broncos. Bo Nix set a record.
Just killing it.
Can I finish? Can I set a record for least amount of yards ever thrown through 3/4 of an NFL game?
Will be in a Super Bowl.
27. Did you say he'll be a Super Bowl?
He will be in a Super Bowl
as a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Bo Nix.
Oh,
yes, Sean Payton.
Oh dear God. Okay. Broncos taking on Sean Payton taking on his old team where he won a Super Bowl with Drew Brees, the Saints. The Saints, who started 2-0, have now lost 4 straight.
No, they're going to win that game.
They are favored by 1.5 in the Superdome Thursday night.
No, Thursday night.
That's a Thursday night game.
You know,
Wait, so
I'm going to say, I'm going to give, I have to go with Bo.
yeah, does Carr have any chance of playing, or is he out?
That makes a difference.
Yeah,
That's true.
Of course it makes a difference. Just give me the Saints regardless. I'll take the Saints.
I think
It matters for sure, but I'm just this early in the week. Dude, here's the thing: if that line's 1.5, Derek Carr's not playing. That line would be 4 points if Derek Carr was playing at home on a Thursday.
Yes,
It
I
would
agree
be
with
4.
that. I agree with that.
Yeah. So I'm taking the Saints regardless.
And well, here, so you know, Olave may not play either.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take the.
You know what? I changed that. I'm going to take the Saints because they're playing Sean. They're going to be after Sean's ass.
So y'all each took the Saints then?
No, you know what? I'll take the Broncos since you're going to take the Saints.
No,
I'm taking the Saints. I don't give a fuck who's playing quarterback.
I'm taking the Saints as well at home.
I'll take the Broncos.
All right, there we go. Okay, we got another London game, and
God, so dumb.
it again is the Jaguars, who, if they lose this game, there is no question, Doug Peterson, Super Bowl champion
and author
is fired.
I'll tell you this: no one beats Doug Peterson twice in Europe.
No, never.
No, they could do this for 100 years, 2 games. Doug Peterson will never lose 2
Who are
games
they
in a row.
playing again?
It doesn't matter who they're
Patriots.
playing. They could be playing the Tom Brady
Jaguars.
They could be playing the Tom Brady
Jaguars.
Patriots.
Yeah.
And win in London.
Jaguars.
Jags by 1 million.
Jags for sure.
Take the Patriots, you fucking coward.
Yeah.
I took them last week, and they lost. I didn't take the Patriots last week. I would have won this, or have already won the pick'em this week. So
Oh, shut
I'll
the hell
take
up!
the
I had
Jags.
Spencer Rattler playing quarterback.
I'm just
and
saying,
no
if
Malik
I
Neighbors.
didn't take the Patriots last week, I would have won.
Okay.
And I would have never taken
Let's
the
go to the
Bengals. I
next
would have never
one.
taken the Giants.
But I'm just saying, had I not taken
All
the
right,
Patriots,
let's go.
I never would have. Had I not taken
All
them.
right.
had I not taken the Giants, we would have the same
But
record.
I only picked the Patriots because I got goaded into it by you saying,
Yep.
go
All right,
ahead,
let's
bitch, take them.
Yep.
Next
Will you
pick.
shut up? You talk the whole show, and then you want to tell everybody
and
else to go.
also, by the way, I know you. You don't have shit to do this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, I got
No, you don't. What time is it right now? No, it's 3:48. He doesn't have anything to do.
There's nothing
He's
to
going to
do.
sit here for another 30 minutes. He'll stop by HEB. He'll have a couple sodas and a deal, and we might order food for the game tonight. Maybe if we're lucky. But he will be at home.
Yeah.
All right.
I got
By the way, where did you keep? This is kind of just off the rails. We can cut this. Yeah, the car, your orange Challenger showed up out of nowhere. Did you have that up in Blanco and then bring it
Yeah,
back? Okay.
yeah.
Because one day we pulled up to the house. I was like, "Where the
No,
hell
it
is
was
that car
back
been?"
home after you were already in.
He had to go up there that morning. That
You
was
went up and
last
drove it
Monday.
back?
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
He
then
did.
went back out there the same
I
day.
don't know. I don't remember.
Dude,
Oh,
this
no,
guy, he's a world traveler. He doesn't.
I'm all
can't
over
even
the fucking
remember.
He
world.
took his helicopter out to Blanco. And took
When
the
he
car
looks
back.
at me, when you ask him something
got a
right now,
paycheck.
it feels like when you're talking to like a foreign person who doesn't understand English sometimes.
No,
he's losing
doing,
his mind.
Hey, he's actually doing really good today because he hasn't asked.
two
Where's the
games.
game?
That's 2
Wait,
games.
who's playing?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Okay,
Well,
here we go.
I got 1,000 things on my mind. Good. Right now.
Next game.
I'm gonna make money next hour.
Seahawks at the Falcons. Falcons favored by 3. The 4-2 Atlanta Falcons.
I'm gonna go with Seattle. They have to win that game.
Falcons are looking good. I'm taking the Falcons. They're playing good ball.
That's a tough game. Yeah.
I'm going to take the Falcons.
The Seahawks defense is a sieve. I'll take the Falcons as well. Okay. So we went Falcons, Seahawks, Falcons. Okay, next game. We've got the Titans at the Bills.
Irrelevant pick
Bills.
game. We shouldn't even pick this. Bills.
Last time you
That
said
means
that,
that means we're going to lose. That means we're going to lose.
No,
Last
let's
time you
go.
said that, it was the why the fuck are we picking these games? It was
Yeah.
Patriots, Bengals,
I was
and
right, of
Patriots
course.
beat them.
Of course. I was right. Let's go. Next
Well,
one.
we all picked the Bengals, but
That's all
Okay.
right.
We got the Bengals at the Browns. Bengals at the Browns.
Bengals.
Bengals are favored by 5.5.
Bengals are not going to cover, but Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, I hate the Bengals, but
If they're starting Jameis, but I'm
All right,
not
next
doing.
one.
I
not doing
think they're
that.
going
I'll
to
just take
refuse
the
to do
Bengals.
it. Here's a really good one. This must probably the game of the week in the morning. Well, actually, no, because there's another good one. Texans at the Packers. Packers by 2.5.
Packers are on a roll. They're going to win the next 6 games.
They haven't beaten anybody.
They're going to kill
the
the
one
Houston
good
Texans.
team they played, they got embarrassed.
If
Jordan
Nick-
Love's terrible.
It's over. Packers are going to win the next 4 to 5
Collins
games.
is playing, I'd probably take the Texans, but I think this is just a spot that the Texans they're just not going to win this game. I'll take Green Bay. I'm actually surprised, weirdly enough, that the line's only 2.5. I thought it would be like a full 3.5 because Stroud's, I know he got Mixon back, but not having Nico Collins in a game like this hurts really bad. I'm going Packers.
Man, this is a tough game. Who have the Packers beat? The Rams, the Cardinals, the Colts, and the Titans. They've played 2 decent teams, the Eagles and the Vikings. Neither one was on the road, and they lost both games.
It's funny. Dylan hates both these teams.
I really do. I hate both these teams.
The Texans are good, though, but he's a hater.
I don't hate the Texans. I like the Texans. I just don't think they're as good as everybody thinks. I don't think they're a real Super Bowl contender. They haven't played anybody. I don't want to lose this game in Lambeau to y'all and drop another game. But
you're such a coward.
But sorry, this is a tough one. I'm gonna take I'll take the Texans.
All right. Next pick.
Okay, we're gonna go Colts at the Dolphins at the Colts. Colts favored by 3.5.
It just shows how bad these weeks are. Dolphins at the Colts. The Colts are going to win the game.
Give me Joe Flacco. Give me the Colts.
I'll take the Colts at home. That's not an easy.
You know what I was thinking, Big Dog, when I was just doing that Jeopardy music? They should have had you take over for Trebek.
Absolutely.
All right.
Shocking they didn't even ask.
Lions at the Vikings. Vikings by 2.5. I'm actually going to take the Lions here. I think they're going to win the game.
You're such a piece of shit. I was going to take them too.
Well, that's why I wanted to do it first.
Vikings.
You're a coward. You know what? Actually,
that injury is going to screw with them, Vikings.
You know what? I am taking the Vikings simply because I'll take the Vikings. I don't even need to get into it.
And
but the injury hurts obviously. But
sure.
I just think the way they beat the shit out of the Cowboys, and it was a weirdly emotional. There's not a lot of emotional games in the National Football League, but it was because they were really, really adamant about beating the shit out of them for last year. I think the Vikings win this game. I think they're going to get some separation.
I told Dylan this yesterday. They're playing so hard to beat the Cowboys and beat them hard, and they were going to beat them regardless of anything. The Cowboys are done for 4 years. They should trade Dak, move on. Anyway, I said this. They're playing so hard, they're going to get hurt. 4 of their players are out. Not maybe out for next week, but went out of the game. Okay, go ahead. Next one.
So y'all each pick the Vikings. I pick the Lions.
Then you pick first this next 2 picks.
Why? I just picked first.
Oh, you did? All right, let's go. Next one.
When you fly at 70,000 feet, you don't hear the Cessnas below
it's a
you.
complex mind. It's a beautiful mind up there. Next one.
Eagles at the Giants. Eagles favored by 3.5. I'm gonna do it. I'm taking the Giants here. The Giants win this outright. The Eagles, the wheels fall off for Sirianni. The calls for his job get louder and louder. Jalen Hurts is a bum. One read Jalen sucks. I know A.J. Brown is back. He still cannot get the ball to those receivers.
Eagles.
Dimes throws 3 picks. It's the end of Danny. Eagles run it all over him. Eagles. And I was really close to picking the Giants, but I'll take the Eagles.
Quite a conviction.
I'm hoping. It was a good conviction, but I just
there.
want to let you know. If Danny doesn't throw 3 picks, I might be in trouble.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, here we go. Stafford and the Rams at home against the Raiders. I'll take the Rams.
Rams.
Don't like that. We're all on the Rams, and they're under a touchdown favorite. Okay. Panthers at the Commanders. Commanders by 7.5.
Commanders.
Good God, they played nobody. All right.
Well, no, the Bears have played nobody. The Commanders actually just played at the Ravens. What are you talking about? At the Ravens.
Dallas played the Ravens, and we played at Cleveland.
That's not a tough. So did they.
Too bad. No,
they
Washington
played at Cincinnati. They played at. What are you talking about? They played a way tougher schedule.
They suck.
Chiefs at the 49ers. Rematch of the Super Bowl in the afternoon.
Is that?
You can ask where that game was.
Hold on. I think the 49ers are going to beat them. 49ers are going to beat them, and they're going to probably beat them pretty bad. This is a game, and by the way, I'm going to come back to that later. I picked the 49ers.
I'll take the Chiefs. Oh, no. I forget how banged up the Chiefs are. I'll take the Niners.
Yeah, I hate that we're all on this game, but I'm taking the Niners, too.
I just forget that they're without Rice and Pacheco, and
they're due for a loss. They're going to lose a game here soon.
Due for a loss.
Okay, Jets at the Steelers on Sunday night. What a terrible Sunday night game that is.
No, actually a good game.
No,
they are.
I don't want to see this.
Well, the Jets lose. If the Jets lose tonight, it's going to be it's weird. The Jets lose tonight, they're going to lose that game. But if the Jets win tonight, I still think the defense of Pittsburgh is going to be
I'll be my dad. All right, come on.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to win the game.
Did Russell Wilson play this week?
No, Justin Fields did, and he sucked.
Not playing anymore.
Okay, I'm going to take the Jets in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets too. Justin Fields is a joke. You took the Steelers?
Yeah, they're going to win.
Okay, and then we're back to the 2 Monday night games this week. I don't know why. We've got 2 Monday night games spread apart by 45 minutes.
Okay.
I'll start with Ravens and Bucs.
Ravens at the Bucs. Ravens by 3.
I've been giving a total or whatever every week, and I haven't even looked at the
total
slate.
of the week. Yeah,
it's over 48. And I hate that I give overs.
Any of the Bucs games over,
dude. The Bucs
just take
can't
the Bucs
stop
over.
a soul.
Their defense is a sieve.
I think the Ravens are going to score 31 points on them, and the Bucs will score at least 20. I don't know how that's. I'm actually really surprised that over/under is 48.
I'm surprised it's not like 53.
Because, that's what I think it should be.
Yeah.
Because especially, I think this week when we were talking about it, the Ravens and Commanders. Obviously, the Commanders get up and down too, but. It was like 51. And
that's crazy.
The Buccaneers defense.
Who are you picking, though?
The Buccaneers gave up 24 points to Rattler. In the actual game, I'm going to take the Ravens to win the game.
The Bucs, that there was 51 points in that first half.
Yeah.
It's 27-24 at halftime.
I'll take the Ravens.
It was Spencer Rattler making his first career start.
Ravens, and then my total of the week's over 48.
I like that's a great pick. I'm going to take the Ravens as well, and it's going to be a very tight game. But Baker threw 3 picks last week against the Saints defense.
Yeah, I'm shocked it's not 53 or something, because especially with the public always taking overs, it just that number doesn't make sense.
I'm going to go on record that the Ravens will win, but I am going to pick the Bucs because I cannot stand. I want them to lose. So I'm picking the Bucs.
Who are you picking on the show?
Okay.
I thought you liked the Ravens. I thought you were a Lamar
guy. I'm off the
guy.
Ravens now.
You're off the Ravens?
Yeah.
Why?
Just
What
for
happened?
this week.
Because they have Derrick Henry?
No, yeah, they have
And
Henry.
you want him?
He said last year, middle of the season, he was a Ravens fan.
I'm a fan. I got the jersey.
Yeah, you got a Lamar jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Lamar
told him
jersey.
don't buy a jersey, and so I'm just gonna get him one for his birthday, and then he bought one the next day. Okay, last game. This game is only on ESPN Plus, and it's the Chargers at the Cardinals. I'm shocked that this line is this short. I guess this is maybe a trap spot for the Chargers. But call me a sucker. I'm taking the Chargers.
They've had respect for the Cardinals all year.
Yeah, I'm
taking
the
the Chargers as well.
That's just
This
crazy.
is the funny thing. That is so pathetic that they put it on they put that game on ESPN Plus in order to get people to watch it. Hey, no one cares. There's not a big market in Phoenix or wherever they play, Arizona. There's a huge market in LA, but not for the Chargers. Sorry. There's no market. Number one, that idiot should move them back to San Diego.
For sure. San Diego would build them
Or
a stadium
take them to St. Louis because they'll sell out they'll get a new stadium and sell out.
Well, we would have a team here if it wasn't for your boy Jerry Jones.
Or now that Oakland's on the rebound, take them back to Oakland. You'll have historic fan base.
Oakland's on the rebound.
The city's on the rebound.
What the fuck
No, city's on the rebound. No, it is.
Where'd you hear that from?
The real estate up there is skyrocketing.
First of all,
the mayor's
I know
gone.
you're a big. I know
the
you're
mayor's
a big
gone.
real estate guy. First of all, it's always been. It's California. It's always been expensive. Now in the slums of Oakland, it hasn't.
They're
Oakland,
redoing that. They all bought. They
did
cleansed
the same.
it.
Listen. They cleansed it, huh? You better be careful there.
No,
Let me
they
tell
did.
you
They
this.
cleansed it.
Let me tell you this.
No, I'm not careful. That cleansing.
Detroit's a shithole, and they supposedly cleanse that.
They
too.
cleansed it. No, they cleansed
Bullshit.
Detroit.
Oakland's a shithole.
No, Oakland. I take them to Oakland. You
know what you should do? I think you should get on up with your golden retrievers and you move to Oakland. You just show us how.
If you gave me that team in Oakland, I'd have it sold out every day. Now, real quick.
He could move Shonafai over to Oakland.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, they're going to play in the U.S. They're going to play in the MLS.
Don't make fun of that. Don't play my Vietnamese team. They'll be playing in the Premier League. I guarantee you. Money talks, bullshit walks. You get those guys passing out coin, we'll get in. Hey, real quick, we'll do a Netflix series. Could you imagine me over there training those guys? Could you imagine
that would be great. But
oh my God!
And speaking of your fake Vietnamese, it would be special to watch.
Oh my God, it'd be nice. But real quick, I'm going to pick. It's the dumbest freaking game. Chargers, of course. But
dang, I kind of want to just
number one. Here's my ending take on that. Number one is, I can't believe the Cardinals organization. They're another team that needs to leave. Those two teams, LA and the Cardinals, should move. And seriously, it is a ghost town. No one cares about those two teams. They need to leave and go to somewhere else. St. Louis, they'll be selling out. There's plenty of places they could go. And Goodell is an idiot for not making that deal happen and trying to push Jags over to London. Hey, it's not. That's my last one. Why would you make a team play in London 2 weeks when they get a home game taken away from them? That's ridiculous. Why? Why are they allotted? I mean, they take away one game from them to go play in London. What's the deal with that?
Because they
Well, it's even worse for teams that go over there once and have to burn.
That's what I'm saying.
I will say that
why?
when
We're
it
not
comes
moving a
to
team to London. You can't play in London
as soon
and get back.
as soon as Jerry dies, we'll have a team. We'll have a team in St. Louis and we'll have a team in San Antonio. Guarantee you.
You think so?
San Antonio can't
why
support
St. Louis?
anything. We're the most. When the
I'm
Spurs are diving, it's not even sold out. They're trying to
Of
call me
course
for
it's not,
season
because
tickets.
No one gives a shit about they might as well be a WNBA team if the Spurs suck. No one cares about that.
San Antonio's.
If you don't think San Antonio, Texas, and the surrounding area can sell out a 70,000, they can.
No, I don't.
I promise you.
I don't.
Can.
They aren't going to get in their cars and go down there at those kind of ticket prices.
I promise you they will.
Everybody else does.
Yeah, everybody
I'm telling you right now, they're not.
No.
They're not. They're not going to sell. They're not bringing a team.
There's
here.
a reason that several owners wanted to move their team
here.
here.
They're not coming here.
But guess who blocked it?
They're not coming
Jarrett,
here.
your boy.
It would be a disaster.
All right,
Trust me.
we got to move on to college.
I promise it wouldn't be.
All right, going to college. Good. All right, thank you guys. I'm the star.
Big Dog's out, star of the show. Didn't even put his hat on, but it's okay.
That's all right.
Next week he'll put it on.
Yeah, I gotta go make a lot.
He's got to go to
You
HEB.
didn't even do your crystal ball. Wow.
He's got to go to HEB.
You like rubbing balls?
Yep. Godzilla balls.
All right. We're going to start with the Wednesday night special. Our Sam Houston State Bearcats.
Yep.
At home, 2-0 in Conference USA, taking on
Big
Western
game.
Kentucky, who's
Big
also
game.
2-0. This could go a long way in determining who goes to the
Yep.
Conference USA Championship. I think we're going to both take Sam Houston State here.
Yep. Sam Houston State. Gonna win it.
Yep.
Although I saw earlier, I looked, the line was 3.5. Now it's down to 3. So I don't know.
Yeah, well,
it does.
I'll tell you what.
That doesn't matter. I think
moves nowadays mean absolutely nothing is what I've learned.
it makes zero sense. It's like
It makes
you were
no
telling me
sense.
yesterday there's pro money on somebody. I was like, dude, let me tell you, the pro money in the NFL this year is real bad.
Yeah, it's
Your
been
boy
weird.
Payne and them still got an offer going.
Well, I agree with you on that, although the one I was telling you,
They probably should have 2 wins, but regardless, they shouldn't have.
no, they're horrible. I don't care about that. But I'm saying I think the people who take like the money I was talking about was on the Patriots plus 7.5. And to be fair, I would be willing to bet that any dog 7 points or more this year is probably 80%. So that's the one I was like, oh, okay, they're taking money and they're a 7-point dog. I like that. Anyway, all right, both on Sam Houston State. We'll move on to the Thursday night. Thursday night, we've got Boston College traveling to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, I'll take Virginia Tech on that one.
Man, this is tough. Is Castellanos playing? Because if
if he is, then yeah, it's
I think
different.
that could be a good game.
I just thought he was out.
No, I mean he's been out for a while. I don't know if he's even playing. I'll take that's one that literally I was considering as a best bet. Let's see. He's last played. Well, no, he played against Virginia last week. You know what?
But he got hurt in that game. I thought that was the game he got hurt in.
No, because he
wasn't
missed.
He or no? Was it the game
you
before?
might be right. You might be. Wait, when did they play Northern Illinois? Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna look at this real quick. Oh, I'm thinking of Western Kentucky. No, see, he missed the Western Kentucky game and then played against Virginia, so he is back. But they got beat at Virginia by 10. Now they're playing Virginia Tech. Okay, I'll take VT, but I tell you what, I may come back to that for a best bet in terms of they're a live dog right there for sure with Castellanos playing.
Yep.
That team, they're not great, but I could see them hanging in there. Okay, next one, we're gonna go to a Friday night. Florida State taking on Duke.
I don't even need to know who Florida State's playing. I'm taking their opponent. Give me Duke.
I'll take Duke as well.
What is the line on that?
3.5. Duke is
Okay.
3.5. It was 3. It's now 3.5. So they're taking a little bit of early pro money. We're both going to take Oregon over Purdue.
Give us a win there.
Well, that's what I got to do. All right. These ones I don't even put on the screen,
know,
but we got to
cracks
add
me
our
up.
wins. Like last week, we were 20. You were 25-5. I was 24-6.
Sick, baby.
All right.
We're good.
We're smoking it. Okay. Oklahoma State at BYU in Provo. 9:15 kickoff here.
Obviously, Mormons. Anytime they kick after 8 o'clock, Mormons.
You know, I'm going
The
to
ghost of Joseph Smith.
I'm going to take BYU here too, but I will say if there's a spot for Oklahoma State, if you're an Oklahoma State fan or something, if they lose this game and don't cover this number, you might as well just stop watching the rest of this year because they're going to get annihilated. They're not going to make a bowl game. Nothing. But if they show well here or somehow pull the upset, I could see Gundy turning this season around. He's that type of guy who, like last year, they lost to South Alabama early in the year and then all of a sudden go to the Big 12 championship. So I'm not going to count them out just yet. I think it's going to be a tight game. Last game on Thursday night or on Friday night, Fresno State going to Nevada. Nevada's already over their win total on the year, which was 2.5. I'm taking Nevada to pull the upset. It's only a 2.5 point spread. Fresno by 2.5. I'm going to take Nevada at home on a Friday night.
Damn, I was going to do that.
Do it anyway.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Nevada.
Thought they're going to win that one.
Okay, here we go. Real interesting game. Mentioned it earlier before we got on the air here. Number 6, Miami, traveling to Louisville, Kentucky to take on the Louisville Cardinals. Miami's a 4-point favorite. Total on the game is 60.5.
I feel like this is the game they probably lose here. I'm not really high on Louisville, but Miami has just been playing with fire forever. Man. If I was picking it against the spread, I'd for sure take Louisville at the +4. Straight up, Miami just finds ways to win, and I hate Louisville. I'll take Miami. Fuck it.
Yeah, I
just want Cam Ward to do well anyway, so I'll take Miami.
You know what? I kind of agree, and I don't like Jeff Brom or Louisville.
I just think it'll be like a 1-score late game either way. So like I would just take the 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, and I think one of two things is going to happen here. I actually think either Louisville's, now that I'm thinking about this, I think Louisville either wins the game outright, or I think Miami gets kind of shocked into seriousness the last 2 weeks with what happened, and it ends up actually like destroying them here. Like I think one of those two things happens. And Louisville was ranked and everything was going well. They've lost 2 in a row. They could be in for just like poor me's here and end up. I'm gonna go Miami big. I'm gonna say Miami big. I was thinking Louisville covers, and I agree. If I had to bet it, I would probably take the points, but I think Miami wins this one. Okay, we're both taking Clemson over Virginia.
They look good lately, by the way.
They do, but then again, I agree.
Not playing anybody
right.
Great,
I mean, listen to this.
ACC.
Yeah, App State, NC State, Stanford, Florida State, and Wake Forest. Not a single of those teams will be a bowl team. So it's tough to gauge, and everybody's super high on Klubnik, but those are some bad defenses. We'll see. I'm not counting them out. They were one of my big winners last week. Here we go. Interesting one here. I'm going to go ahead and beat you to this. And I don't want to do this because I like Indiana, but I'm going to take Nebraska to win this game outright over the Hoosiers. And Kirk Cignetti's really good. I'm pulling for Indiana in this game, but I think Nebraska finds a way to win it outright.
Do we get bonus points?
Yeah,
for that one?
It's 6.5. So I gave you the one last week that was 6.5.
Then I'd take Nebraska.
Okay,
if we're getting 2 to 1 on that, then yeah.
So you get 2 points for a 7 or more.
Yeah,
we could do. Should we do 2 for 7 or more and 2 points and then 3 points for double digits or 3 points for 14 or more? I did 14 or more.
14 or more.
Okay, 14 or more.
Ones, yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We could do. Never mind. We'll think of some more fun games as we go on. Okay, Auburn at Missouri. Missouri a 4.5 point.
So
favorite.
this is a shocking one to me. I know Missouri looked horrible against Texas A&M, but they went down in that atmosphere and they just, the game was over quickly. I don't think Auburn's good at all. They're 0-3 in the SEC. I know they play close games. I think Missouri wins this game by 14. The line's 4.5.
I agree with you.
I think this is a weird one, but I think I'm shocked. I thought that number would be 7.5 or 7, and I think it would have been without that performance and I think you just throw that one out the window. They didn't look good,
and I think you also look
4.5 is.
No, I agree, and you also look back at I think they take into account all right, they got beat. They got the shit beat out of them by A&M, but they also barely beat Vanderbilt at home. But that looks a lot better now than it did. So
Vandy's a solid team.
They're a solid team. So I agree with you. I think Missouri big here. I also think Hugh Freeze has given up on this season. I don't know. I don't know how he may not even make it to next year. And I know they've got a ton of recruits and stuff coming in. But
they're saying, from what I've heard,
they don't care.
They don't care this year, and they were in agreement basically with each other. He knew that they're like, hey, doesn't matter what happens this year. You have money to spend next year. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, this is going to look real bad if they go 3-9, but I agree. We're both going to pick Army, I assume. You're not taking East Carolina?
I'll take Army.
Here we go. Man, Northwestern was a was a 7 or 8 point dog last week and won outright
even
by
more than that. It was like
was it 10
and a half.
They won by 30 over Maryland. Maryland sucks.
Smoked them.
Maryland's
Maryland
horrible.
sucks.
Do they do it again here against Wisconsin?
Man, Wisconsin's been playing better football lately.
Really good the last 2 weeks. Beat Rutgers 42-7. Beat Purdue 52-6.
You know, the funny thing about that one is I'm gonna take Wisconsin to win the game. I think when I watched that Northwestern Maryland game, this is like that only Friday night game on before that Utah-Arizona State game. Northwestern's a little bit more dynamic on offense these days, and their defense isn't great. I know this is your classic Big Ten matchup, but I think that total's low. It's 41. I think it's going to go over that.
What?
Wisconsin's scoring a lot of points.
You like 40 over 41 and a half?
41 and a half, yeah. I just think that I don't like that one near as much as the that like the actual one I gave out, but I think that's I saw the way that game.
You want me to grade this one as an additional pick of yours or no? Are we going to make this an official?
No, I don't want to make an official pick.
This is just an opinion. Just an opinion.
I think that's low. I think it should be like 45 or 46. I get why. It's just a classic Big Ten spot with Northwestern and Wisconsin.
I see. Well,
but Wisconsin, look at what they've done on offense. Like, they're moving the ball, and Northwestern's defense is not that good.
You look at the last. Literally, Wisconsin's gone over this number in every single game they've played this season.
Yeah.
They've gone over this number. The closest game to not going over would have been, I'm sorry. They played South Dakota and hit 40 on the dot, but every other game was gone over.
Yeah.
Alabama, 52. USC, 59. Purdue, 58. Rutgers, 49. Okay, what's changed with them? Are they why are they putting up so many points the last couple weeks? I'm curious.
I don't know. It was funny because I guess they got the quarterback back. I know he got hurt.
No, he's not.
Well, maybe the guy that just stepped in's playing good.
He must be because he's been terrible.
Yeah, must be playing well. I haven't seen him, but I've just been surprised looking at the scores.
The last 2 weeks, it looks like they were really pushing the ball downfield. Their average yards per pass went up a bunch. His QBR, that guy's QBR was 92 last week. I'm talking horrible. Rutgers is a good defense. They're at Rutgers. I mean, it's hard to win in Piscataway, let me tell you, and they did it. They went into Piscataway and they won.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with you, though. I'm going to take Wisconsin. It's going to be probably a tight
I just think
game.
both teams, like in that Maryland Northwestern was like taking shots, which you never see. So it's like,
Oh, they're throwing it downfield more? Okay, next one. We've got UCLA at Rutgers.
I'll take Rutgers in that one.
It's hard to win in Piscataway.
Not for Wisconsin.
Okay. Not for Wisconsin. Okay, Rutgers is a 4-point favorite. We're both taking Butgers to win the game. UCLA is a train wreck. I don't know if you saw how they lost to Minnesota, but they were up with like 2 minutes to go and choked it away last week.
I saw them like lifting up PJ Fleck after the win.
Oh, dude, Minnesota's just so annoying. Okay, Wake Forest at UConn. UConn's a 1.5-point favorite.
What a doozy. I didn't know we were going to pick that one.
Well, we are, because I like UConn.
I'll take UConn.
There we go. I like UConn.
Sure.
Okay.
I know we're going to be on the same side of this next
one. We're both going to take
Cincy? Yeah, it's just a horrible spot for Arizona State.
It's Arizona State at Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's Cincinnati's going to win that game.
I agree. South Carolina at Oklahoma. OU by 3 is the line.
I'll take South Carolina.
Man, that's such a... If they go back to Jackson Arnold, I think they beat South Carolina. That's a tough one because South Carolina
should on paper for sure, but South Carolina, dude, they're just a weird team.
Yeah,
they won by 20 at Kentucky, so you just don't know. And Oklahoma just cannot move the ball against anybody. So I'll take South Carolina.
Me too. When we have not taken an opposite side yet.
Are you serious?
Which is funny. No, we've not taken a single opposite side.
Well, that's not good that's not good for entertainment purposes.
16 in a row around the same side. Well, a lot of these have been big spreads, but yeah, I mean. Yeah, we're on the same side. Okay, let's see. Bama at Tennessee. I'm taking Bama. I think Bama.
All right, fine. I'll take
just to go opposite.
Yeah, I'll take Tennessee to go opposite. I really think that game could just go either way.
I agree.
Bama just is not.
I don't know. I kind of think Bama might. I think they might wake up this week. I just think
if you pointed a gun to my head and told me my life depended, I'd probably take Alabama. But for entertainment purposes,
no, that's fair. I'm just saying I actually thought about Bama as a best bet when I was thinking about this last night early in the week, only because Nico is so overrated. He's just not very good.
Yeah, no, he looks real bad.
He looks real bad.
Decent teams.
Notre Dame at Georgia Tech.
I'm gonna take the Irish, but I would definitely take Georgia Tech plus 10.5.
See, this is tough because I want to take Georgia Tech, but
You're not getting the double bonus points, bro.
I'm not getting the double. It's just right off the double.
Yeah.
So I'll take Notre Dame. It's going to be a tight game.
I'm taking Illinois at home over Michigan. Next on the docket.
Okay, well, again, this is another one like similar. I'll do the same thing that you did. Gun to my head, I'd probably take Illinois. I'll take Michigan. I'll take Michigan on the road here. So you got Illinois, I got Michigan. Let's see. All right. We're both picking Navy over Charlotte. NC State at Cal. Do we pick that?
We can. I'll take Cal.
I'll take Cal as well.
The next one is where my my upset pick of the week is.
Oh, what?
It's not a huge number. It's 6.5, but that's probably like 2-1 for people at home. Houston's going to beat Kansas. Kansas has given up on the season, and Houston looked way better against TCU.
I'm taking Houston on this game as well.
And they're coming off a bye too, I think.
Okay,
or did they play this week? I can't. Let's see.
Uncle T's double-digit dog of the week, which is 6.5.
It's a fake double digit.
It's a fake double digit. They've all been.
They are coming off a bye. They've had a lot of rest, but I know TCU's not very good. But they beat the shit out of them that game.
It's a big number for Kansas to lay here.
Yeah, I think Kansas. They know the season's over.
Yeah, who is Kansas to be laying 6.5? Also, Houston looked a lot better last game. They switched quarterbacks.
Yeah,
and
they looked okay against TCU.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. Weird spot. We're both going to pick Texas State and Washington State. Moving on. Are we skipping Toledo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Skipping. Let's pick this one. Florida Atlantic UTSA.
UTSA, you see them lose at the buzzer against Rice?
They did?
Yeah, they lost in like the last play of the game.
The last play of the game?
Yeah, it was like very close to the last play of the game, and there was like a fight on the field. Didn't see much of the fight. But
I got to watch the end of that. Okay, USC at Maryland. This was one I toyed with for best bet.
Yeah,
going USC, bouncing back off that.
I think game. USC's. I think Maryland's really bad. I think it's weird they get respect because they got smoked by a mediocre at best Northwestern team, and USC's got so much talent.
Yep.
And this is a team. This is like a matchup for USC's defense that they could actually stop Maryland. Maryland's offense sucks. That's definitely a best bet, probably.
Yeah, they slowed down Penn State. Penn State had 3 points in the first half. They very well played. They played well. They just wore down.
Yeah.
I should have gone. I mean, Penn State or USC first half would have been a great bet there. Actually, now that I look at it. Okay, Baylor. I'm sorry, Colorado at Arizona.
I'm gonna go Arizona.
Oh, man, I can't do it. I was gonna go different than you, but I cannot do it.
Probably on two different sides so far.
Yeah, Baylor.
Why don't you take the Baylor Bears?
I'll take Texas Tech. No, I'm taking Texas. Screw you. I'm taking Tech. There's no way at home.
That's
no way.
Hilarious.
If it was on the road, I might take them.
Here, we should just pick this game because we may end up on different sides.
Okay, Utah State, New Mexico.
Yeah,
who do you want?
I want New Mexico.
Okay, I'll take Utah State.
That game is a coin toss game. That's why we threw it in there. I was like, it's not a good game, but we'll pick it. Okay. Maybe end up on different sides.
Okay. Here we go. Texas A&M at Mississippi State.
Texas A&M.
I get triple points if I pick Mississippi State.
Go ahead.
They hung with Georgia. They're playing better.
Who knows? It's definitely an Aggie letdown spot to ruin their season. For double points, it's actually not. It's probably worth it.
Shit, I thought that had. Ring the cowbells. Ring the cowbells. Give me Mississippi State, baby.
He can have
Give
them.
me Mississippi State.
They are one bad team.
Give me Mississippi State. All right. I can't believe I just did that. They're going to get their ass kicked, but I just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. LSU at Arkansas. This is a really tough spot for LSU.
I'll let you go first on this one.
Well, are you going to take Arkansas?
I'll just give you the pick and I'll take the opposite. Because I really don't know. I don't
either. I want to take Arkansas, but I think LSU's going to win.
I kind of want to take Arkansas, but dang, man, Arkansas is 4-2 and they're 2-1 in the SEC, and they should have beat.
They should be 5-1.
They absolutely should have beaten Oklahoma State.
Actually, honestly, they were beating A&M late too. They very well could be 6-0.
A&M's defense turned it on late in that game.
You know what? I just think this is I just think LSU.
This game could absolutely go either way. I have no idea.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
Gun to my head, I'm taking 3 points in Arkansas.
No, yeah, for sure. Best, like if we're betting it, I'm taking Arkansas. But you know what? I'm going to take LSU only because if they lose, it's good. I get if they win, I get the pick right. If they lose, it helps my season-long total of them losing that game. So I'll take LSU. So you're going to take Arkansas?
Yeah.
Okay. Both picking Vandy to beat Ball State. By the way, Ball State, Kent State.
We're not allowed to pick that game.
Ball
it's a
State,
26-point spread. We're leaving that off the docket.
Oh, no, I'm counting that. Ball State, Kent State, electric finish last week.
Oh, yeah.
Bad beat, too. All right, here we go. The game of the week, maybe the game of the year. The Longhorns win this, they may just go undefeated on the season. They're 3.5-point favorites. They're at home. They're taking on the Georgia Bulldogs, number 1 team in the land. Quinn Ewers is back, taking on Carson Beck, who looks like Timmy from South Park. And I obviously am taking the Texas Longhorns here, but I will say this. I'll say this. The one way the Longhorns lose is Quinn Ewers. And I don't dislike Quinn Ewers. He's just not Arch Manning.
Yeah, he does.
No, I don't dislike Quinn.
Your dad and all that happens in that household during the Texas game is Dylan and Big Dog talk shit about Quinn Ewers the whole game.
He's usually because he plays bad.
Please.
And you know that Arch is better.
Favorite before he got hurt.
Yeah, but he's not, is he? Yeah. He was horrific last week against Oklahoma.
I got Texas winning the game.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm surprised. I thought you were going to take Georgia.
Hell no.
Okay.
Georgia is nowhere near as good this year. They got coach chest bumping people and people trying to turn cars into planes, dying. Yeah, no.
Okay, I'll take in this next game, Iowa State versus UCF.
Iowa State.
Yeah, but that's going to be a tight game. That's going to be a tighter game than people think.
Iowa
State as a favorite does not play well.
They may not play well at all, but they'll end up winning the game.
They'll win the game. K-State at West Virginia.
I'll take Kansas State.
I'll take West Virginia.
West Virginia just keeps blowing those games.
No, I agree.
I've picked them. They've made a fool out of me too many times. I'm going to let them go.
Fool me once, shame on you.
I've picked West Virginia
twice, strike three.
I've picked West Virginia like 3 times and I lost every time. So this time, since I didn't pick them, you did. They will absolutely win. But
I got West Virginia for sure here. Iowa at Michigan State. Iowa by 6.5 is the spread. Give me Iowa.
Yeah, I guess I'll take Iowa. Michigan State's really bad.
We're not going to pick Memphis nor Texas. Florida, Kentucky. God, there's a lot of games we got to pick this. Is there a lot of games?
A lot of games. Gators at home.
Okay, so we both take Florida. Oh, man, but Mertz is out. You know what? I take it. You took Florida. I'll take UK. I'll take Kentucky. SMU at Stanford. We're both taking SMU. UNLV, Oregon State. We're both taking UNLV.
I'm taking UNLV.
And then Utah at TCU. TCU at Utah.
This is probably one of my best bets of the week when we're talking about people at home doing it. TCU is horrible.
Okay, this is going to be one of my best bets.
I know Cam Rising's hurt and all that jazz, but they still probably should have beat Arizona State with Cam Rising missing every throw imaginable. TCU is not going to be able to move the ball on Utah, and Utah should just be able to run it right down TCU's throat. I think Utah wins this game by 17. I'm shocked it's 4.5 late at night in Utah, which is a tough place to play.
I could not agree more.
That is the weirdest line ever. I thought that line would be 8. 8.5, maybe even more. I don't know what the deal is.
I legitimately, you know that I do this. You're retired, and I do this, and
I just roll down the list and
I know, but I'm just saying. My point being is, I actually, when I was going last night, because usually what I do is it's hard on Monday for me to pick these games and then have to come back. So that's why I always say, hey, go check my website, because usually 1 or 2 of them make the list and the others don't.
Yeah.
But when I was looking at my power rankings that I adjust every week, it's funny. I made this game 9.5. I make Utah a 9.5-point favorite in this spot with Cam Rising playing and the uncertainty of whether he's that good or not.
Utah could win. I'm telling you, Utah would cover 4.5 points in this game by just snapping it to the running back in the backfield. I'm not kidding. Because they're going to boss the line of scrimmage. They're going to blow, they were blowing Arizona State out the ball. TCU's got a lot of quit in them. They're 1-2 in the Big 12 playing at altitude. Utah's going to run the ball down their throat.
Houston had been shut out.
And all they did was run the ball down the middle.
Straight down the middle and scored 38 points.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and go to my best bets here, because that's the last segment we have left. And I'll go ahead and say that. My number one is going to be Utah for a lot of the reasons we just said. The value there is clearly on Utah. And you look at it, it's like, at home, like you said, altitude. Utah is a tough place to play anytime.
It's a very loud stadium.
It's a very loud stadium. But then you add at night, late at night, and you add the fact that Utah lost their last home game. Those guys are going to be rocking. They have to win this game to stay alive in the Big 12. Like you said, TCU knows their season is over. You have Sonny Dykes getting thrown out of the game a couple weeks ago. I don't know if they're going to switch a quarterback. If they don't, I don't know if TCU will even score over 10 this game. Like, I literally could see this being a 28-point win. I'm not saying that's going to happen because Utah may not score that much.
And we still love Lucas over at TCU.
Oh, we love Lucas. And we love Lucas and the Horned Frogs. But look, we gotta make the people some money here, okay? And that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go with Utah minus the 4.5 for best bet number 1. Let's see. Looking down the list here, best bet number 2. I'm gonna go with. So this is kind of chicken shit of me, but last night this line was 7. It's 6.5 now. So we'll call it with the juice. We'll call it minus 120. Nebraska plus 7 against Indiana. This line was 7 last night when I wrote this down. That was my best bet. I don't have time to go through and pick another game. So I'm going to go with Nebraska.
Chicken shit.
No, plus 7.
Chicken
minus 120 plus 7. So we're going to go Nebraska.
The hook costs more to get it to 7, please.
What do you got? Okay, minus 123. We're going to go Nebraska plus 7 against Indiana. I think they're a live dog here.
I'm actually pretty surprised that it's. I guess now it's 6.5, but like a full 7 is pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy. It was 7 last night.
Just to lose by double digit. Yeah, I don't know.
That got gobbled up pretty quick by professionals. But yeah, I think you can still, like on certain places, you can buy to minus 120. If you can find plus 6, minus 105, you might be able to get it there. But regardless, we're gonna go Nebraska plus 7 against Indiana. I'll put it this way too. If you only have 6.5 available, I like it at 6.5 too. I think they'll cover 6.5. I think they're gonna lose by 3 or win the game outright. So we're gonna go with Nebraska there. This is their season too. They can't lose a second Big Ten game if they want to make the Big Ten championship game, if they want to have any shot at the college football playoff. Indiana's very good, but like we talked about, they played, was it Northwestern last week or 2 weeks ago before their bye?
Yeah,
and they were up like 3 with 5 minutes to go, and then the final score was very deceiving.
Same thing even against, they killed Maryland, but I think it was
a 7-point. It was a 7-point game late in the fourth quarter. Same exact thing.
Scored a couple touchdowns.
Yep, and they covered that number. They were never in danger of losing that game, but it could have been tied at multiple points.
Yep.
So I like Nebraska. I think they're a live dog here. Okay, number 3, I'm gonna go with Cincy again. Last night this line was 2. We saw it at 2.5 or 3. 2.5. Okay, so 2.5. We'll say minus 2.5 for grading purposes. Cincy minus 2.5. We talked about it before. It's a bad spot for Arizona State, right? Off of a big win. We talked about how bad Cam Rising looked last week. That's part of why they were able to pull that out. They stormed the field. Right? Huge win. Kenny Dillingham's going nuts. Lots of emotion. They got to come back and play Cincinnati, who's playing really well right now. On a roll. Their defense is good. Arizona State should have lost to Texas State, right? We both agree on that. They very well could have lost this game. They almost lost to Mississippi State early in the year before Mississippi State was playing a little bit better. So I just think the spot is really bad. I think Cincinnati, I made this game 4.5. It's 2.5, so we'll take a little bit of value through the 3 and go there. And then we've got one total of the week, and I was between these two. You tell me if you I got to make this decision. So the 2, I'll give you the 2 and I was thinking about, and then I'll pick one of them. But the 2 both are going to be over. I was thinking are Vandy Ball State over 58.5. The other one that I was thinking about was Stanford. Let me make sure this is right.
And I know nothing about Stanford, so I'd be the wrong guy to ask on that.
No, I know. This is the one I'm going to go with because you actually convinced me. By the way, funny total. New Mexico, Utah State, that one we picked earlier. You know what the total on that game is?
70?
78.5.
Okay, well, so that's absurd, but the one thing I'll say is I've watched New Mexico play a little bit. They couldn't stop a soul, and neither can Utah State.
Utah State's horrible.
But the problem is they're both bad teams, so that's a lot of points for bad teams to be scoring.
I don't know. New Mexico can actually move the ball.
No. On offense, they're fine, and you are right. The defense is just not good.
And Utah State put up 34 against Boise State.
Shit ton of points.
Yeah, Boise State's defense is bad. But we're going to go with SMU Stanford over 55.5 for our total of the week.
That seems like a good one.
Yeah, so Stanford gives up a shit ton of points, right? They gave up 49 last week to
SMU goes as fast as anybody.
Yeah,
so.
And so Stanford gave up 49 last week to a bad Notre Dame offense, right? They gave up 31 the week before to Virginia Tech, who does not go fast. Clemson scored 40 on them the week before that. So we need to get to 55.5. The one worry here would be SMU has played pretty decent defensively against some teams, but then you look at their schedule on other games, like the TCU game, they gave up 40 against TCU. So it just kind of hit or miss with their defense. This being on the road and the way Stanford plays, I think Stanford is going to put up enough points. I think we could see Stanford at home. They've not, I think they've lost 3 in a row now. I could see them putting up 20 here. And that means we're really going to only need 35 from SMU. And I would be shocked if SMU doesn't put up over 40 in this spot. That's how good their offense looks and how bad Stanford's defense looks. So
I'm glad you're back.
What?
Respecting the Pony Express.
I like this Pony Express.
You fell off the wagon there.
I don't know how
you
you bench your quarterback who took you to 11-1 last year, but okay. We'll see how they do against some of the tougher teams down the schedule.
Yeah, they haven't played many.
But I do like SMU's offense, and I think this game goes over 55.5.
They just go so fast. It's like, 55.5. Listen, you're thinking it's 2 touchdowns a quarter, right? And in a college game, you're usually good for one really bad fuck up of a touchdown,
yes,
right? As well. So it to me, it would be, I don't think you're going to see a lot of field goals kicked. So
no.
I do think you're going to get a lot of good. And SMU scoring drives are usually like 2 to 3 minutes.
Yep.
So.
And Stanford loves.
I like that one much better than Vandy, just because I don't know what Vandy's going to do.
Well, and I think that you made a good point. That kind of talked me into that one. And so, yeah, it's like you also look. Stanford turns the ball over more than anybody in the country. They're going to set up some short fields for SMU to score as well, and then Stanford's going to go for a lot of 4th down. So, we're going to go with that one for our last best bet. Those are our 4 picks. My 4 picks. We got Uncle T's total of the week. We've got his double-digit dog of the week, so I'll put all that information on the screen.
Fake double-digit dog of the week.
Well,
it's always it's funny because it's always 6.5, but it's like a 2-to-1.
No, you got
right?
7.5 the last 2 weeks.
Oh, have I?
Yeah. You've gone over. Actually, every week you've gone over at least a touchdown because you went Georgia Tech 10.5, then 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. I think
this week 6.5.
Yeah, and what's the whatever their names. Not whatever their names. What was the one you? Oh, it was Sam Houston State. You picked them, and they actually closed a double-digit dog.
Yeah, they were plus 11. Yeah. True.
So we've been there, but
yeah,
we're hot on our picks right now. And if you're into all that, follow these picks. You'll make some money, and then also go check out my website. I'll release my official plays. Went 3-1 on the weekend last weekend. We are 8-2 our last 10, 7-1 the last 8 college picks, picking 63% in college this year. So go check that stuff out.
Good.
And they're all time stamped, so if you check Saturday morning before the 11 a.m. kick, everything will be posted. Usually it's posted the night before. If you check by 8 a.m., everything will be posted on Saturday and Sunday. So go ahead and check that stuff out on my website, DylanLeagueSports.com. I'll post it in the link below in the description. And if you haven't watched the podcast this week, full episode, that's already been out, so go check that out as well. And I'll have some short videos kind of breaking down some sports topics this week. But that's all we got for the Pick'em Show. Number 6, hope you enjoyed Big Dog telling us about Shonify and the new soccer team coming to the English Premier League or the MLS. Hope you enjoyed Turner's Double D, 34 Double D pick of the week. And I hope you get some winners and we give you some winners this week. So enjoy the college football and NFL slate, and we'll catch you guys next week.